This is the best Enderman XP farm from Minecraft Bedrock 1.21. All of the Endermen will spawn up here on this platform, and then they will see the Endermite in this minecart, run towards the center, and then fall down. However, none are spawning right now because I'm up here. And then, as you can see, all of the Ender Pearls will go into this chest, and you get a bunch. This is very simple to build, and it will also get you a ton of XP. So let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that you'll want to do is go into the end and make sure that you have killed the Ender Dragon and come over to a side like this where there are just like no blocks below you, and then place 2 blocks like this and then a lava bucket right there. And then, as you can see, the lava bucket will start flowing down, and because of those 2 blocks, the lava will just flow in one continuous straight line. And try not to look at any Endermen when you do this, and then wait for it to flow all the way down, and just wait for it to pretty much stop flowing. Alright, so once it has stopped flowing, you'll just want to go to either side of it and place a water bucket. And then this will make a continuous cobblestone pillar all the way down to the bottom. But do not get rid of or pick up this water yet, because after it has gone all the way down, you will need to place some leaf blocks at the bottom. So what you want to do is you'll just want to get in this water. Now be very, very careful when you are doing this. And I highly recommend that you get in elytra and some rockets before you do this. So that way, if you do accidentally fall into the void, you can just fly back up. And then if you want to, you can kind of just like crouch a little bit every now and then until you get down to the bottom. And you'll want to get right down here to the very, very bottom and place a leaf block right there. And then at that point, you can just come back up here and pick up or get rid of this water. Alright, and then in order to get up and down, you can just get some ladders and then just make, like, you know, a staircase, you could say, of ladders, I guess. Just basically go up all the way with ladders, so that way you have a good, safe way to get down here. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Like, for example, if you have an elytra, then you can really just, like, fly out to where the farm is. And then now, you will want to go out in total 2 stacks or 128 leaves out. So I already have 1 right here, so you will already have 1 right here. So then go out a stack and 63 more leaves. Alright, so once you are 2 stacks or 128 leaves away from the main island, and make sure that you are doing this out of leaves so that way no Endermen spawn here. Once you have done that, you'll want to just make yourself a little platform where you can just kill the Enderman. You don't need to make it too big, but just make it big enough where you're not gonna fall off and die in the void. If you have an elytra, you will be able to, like, of course, fly and then, like, save yourself, but you're still gonna want to make it big enough so that way you don't accidentally fall off. Like, for example, if you had your chest plate on instead of your elytra, or you just didn't, like, have rockets, like, in your, like, hotbar. So you'll just want to make sure that you are not going to fall off. And then you'll want to come down here to the end of it and place 2 chests like this. And then you want to place 4 hoppers off of it, which you need to be careful when you're doing this. You're going to want to look like right here, like right below the chest, I guess you could say, and then jump and place it. And then place 3 more hoppers just like this. And then to test and make sure that they all work, just put 1 of any item into all of these different hoppers. And then you should find that they are all in this chest. And then another way that you could do this if you want to be a little bit safer is we will need to have like some walls around this area. So if you want to, you can just place 1 leaf right there, and then another one like this, 2 more like that if you want to. And then place the first one like that, and then go like this. Either way works, it's up to you. And then you'll want to place 4 carpet on top of those hoppers so that way no XP gets stuck in it. And then, like I was showing you, you'll just want to go around like a little wall of leaves, just like this, so that way the Enderman cannot get out. And then make this 2 blocks tall. Next, you're gonna want to take 2 slabs and then place them like that, So that way you will not accidentally just run in here and get killed by the Enderman. And also so that the Enderman cannot just run out. Like if you didn't have these blocks there, the Enderman would just be running out. And then you might like run in there yourself. So you'll just want 2 slabs right there. And then the next thing that you'll want to do is you need to go up to about level 42 for your height. So you want to make sure that you have coordinates turned on. So what you want to do is you can do one continuous like tube up here, but I'm not going to do that because the way that I'm going to do it is going to save you a ton of blocks. And when I say a ton, I mean seriously a ton of blocks. So what you'll want to do is go like right here to any block. I'm going to go like on one of these though, so that way when I break these blocks, they don't fall into the void, except I'm in creative, so they don't even drop. So then you'll want to go up 2 blocks and then place 1 leaf and then go around in a ring like this. And then you'll want to keep doing that until you reach level 40 to 44 in height, which will be 13 rings. And then for the 13th one, you'll want to do like any solid block, not leaves, because that's where the Enderman will actually be spawning. Alright, so when you are done with that, you should have a bunch of rings that look like this. And as you can see, this top one is solid blocks because this is where some Endermen will be spawning. So then next you'll want to take 4 trapdoors and just place them like this. Whoops. And then open them because the Enderman will see this as a full block and then run over it. But if you don't want to end up like the Enderman, then you can just close these for now to be safe. And then just take any solid block and on all 4 sides go 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then do that on all sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you will want to fill all of this in. Alright, so now once you have done that, there is only one more step before this farm is completely finished. So what you'll want to do is go to these 4 trapdoors and on any of them, build up 1, 2, 3 blocks. And then you'll need to place an iron bar, which I actually do not have an iron bar right now. There we go. And this is where the endermite is going to be. You'll want to place 1 iron bar like that, 1 more block on top of it, and then go out 1 more block, and then make a little like 2 block tall area around this because this is where the endermite will spawn. So you'll want to make sure that it cannot get out. Okay, so now you need to figure out which block is above the iron bar. So for me, it's this one. And then place a rail right on top of that. And then now we need to get the endermite actually in here. So you'll need to be in survival for this. Even if you're building this in creative mode, you'll have to go into survival, which is what I need to do right now. And then I should actually get some food. So that way I can heal first. Because for some reason, I'm low on health. I guess that it was just the last time I went into survival in this world, I took damage and never healed. But whatever. Trying to find golden apples. Where are golden apples? Okay, there we go. You should definitely be at full health for this. And honestly, I should also probably have some armor. Because when you are teleporting, you will not only be taking damage from the ender pearls, that can deal damage to you. Then also the endermite, like when it spawns in, it's going to be dealing some damage to you. So make sure that you have the minecart and the name tag ready. And then you'll just want to start going like this until you can get an endermite to spawn. Sometimes you'll get it right away. And as you can see, I am already at 2 hearts. So this definitely will get you down to low health quickly. I also need a pickaxe, so that way when this guy spawns, I can actually get out. But yeah, you will get down low quickly, so you'll want to make sure to keep healing. And yeah, the endermite will also deal damage to you once he spawns in. There we go. He spawned in. So now you want to name tag him and get him in the minecart. just like that, and then get out. There we go, and then place that back, and there we go. So now, you'll want to just go down here and break that block, so then he is right there. And now, I know that I said that that was the last step, but there's actually just one more simple thing that you'll want to do. You'll want to place one block on top of it like that, and then do 3 more blocks, or 2 more blocks, so it's 3 in total, and then a leaf on top. So that way, no Enderman will teleport up here and be able to kill this Endermite. And honestly, you could also just do 1 leaf block if you wanted to, because no Enderman can spawn on those, but I'm just going to go like this, and then break those temporary blocks and open these trapdoors. And now, you can just come down here and wait for these Endermen to spawn, which they should actually start spawning pretty quickly. So if I just grab my netherite sword, see, look at that, 2 already spawned. And then I go into survival mode. I actually have 20 levels already. But if I start killing these guys, as you can see, you get a ton of XP. All of the ender pearls go in here, except none of them dropped an ender pearl yet. If you get looting 3, you'll get even more ender pearls than you usually would. There we go, 1 dropped an ender pearl. As you can see, all of the ender pearls go in that chest. You get a ton of XP. So, yep, that is it for this farm. Very, very simple. Gives you a ton of XP and ender pearls. That was the wrong one. There we go. So anyways, that's about it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!